Hello, Bone Robot Games podcast here. It's me. It's Ice.
Hey, what's up?
We're local this time. We're face to face. We're tip to tip. We're hanging out. We got the good equip. And something we got to talk about? It's fucking Overwatch, man. Overwatch, you know why we got to talk about it? I for a long time, I wanted to talk about the state of how the ranking system sucks, how they don't take care of cheaters, how they don't take care of throwers, how they don't take care of their player base, how they fuck up the game, all of that. And the reason it finally came to is because in spite of all the stuff that I absolutely fucking hate that they do wrong with the game, how they've been tanking it since it came out, I got to play Overwatch 2 beta for about 1 hour, and I said, wow, I wish Overwatch 1 was still the game instead of 2.
Damn.
I hated the beta so much that I was like dying to play Overwatch 1, and this made it hurt even worse because when the game officially releases in October, you can no longer play Overwatch 1.
See, that's insane. It's so clear that they're calling it Overwatch 2, but it's just like a patch.
It's a patch. That's why I said they basically gave no new maps. I'm not sure the exact time frame because they stopped like balance updates at one point, and then a couple months later they stopped dropping new characters, and then a couple months later they stopped dropping new maps or whatever the order is. And like if you go by the most recent one, which I think was balance, there wasn't a balance update in I want to say 1.5 to 2 years, and there wasn't a character in the same time or more and a map in the same time or more.
Yeah.
Echo was the most recent character, so I'll have to look up. Where's my phone? I'll look up when Echo came out, but. So they just dropped it, and then Overwatch 2 comes out, and you go, this could have been constant updates that they were giving out for it the entire time, but they just didn't. They stopped giving out regular updates so they can release it as Overwatch 2.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know if maybe they rebuilt it from the ground up, but it looks exactly the same. To the end user, it's the exact same experience, just it looks like they changed a bunch of stuff.
She came out April 14th. What year was this? Echo came out 2020. April 2020. So it's been over 2 years since the character came out. It'll be almost 3, right? Well, I guess 8 characters already out for the game, 2 of them. But that's the thing.
Are there new characters in Overwatch 2?
Yes.
How many?
Just 2 so far. So 2 new characters have come out in 2 years, which is a slower rate than their normal release rate. But I think continually adding characters is bad, but we'll get back to that later. No balance patches, no new maps. And then, like, the disappointing thing is I come in and it's just like, okay, you have 2 new characters out of, like, 30 or whatever, but it's Overwatch 2, you're expecting all this new stuff. It's fundamentally the same except for some of the changes. Like, Junkrat is, like, untouched as far as I know, who's my favorite character. So I go in, and the first game I get is Junkrat on Gibraltar, and it's like, this is Overwatch 1. I'm playing, nothing has changed for me. What am I playing? I'm playing the Overwatch beta, I'm playing an old character on an old map. Why is this locked away? Except for it's 5v5. It's the same map. It's the identical map. There's nothing different. Even like all of the graphical changes that they made don't need to have been made.
Yeah, no one cares.
Who gives a shit? It's stylized completely
problems.
fine.
You
Honestly,
always look fine.
I think it's worse to make changes to an established brand that way, where like even simple things to a guy like me who has 2,000 plus hours in the game. When I see like the smoke trail on a Junkrat ball, it like now when I see it and it's like more of a fiery trail, it's like unpleasant. It's hard for me to adjust to. I know it's simple. I know it's stupid. I know it's just an aesthetic, but it looks different and it's confusing. And I don't know why they would change something like that. It has no bearing on anything. So the beta, being 5 versus 5, it you can't play it. It's not Overwatch. Then I said this before, where when Overwatch is like the nail in the coffin for me was when they put roll queue in. It ruined it. And so what we've been doing now is I had 300, 400 hours on Junkrat by that point. I would love playing the game. I'd gotten a queue every 5 seconds. They added roll queue to mimic what they want to happen for Overwatch League, which we'll also get back to. They put in roll queue, and then it sucks. Now you have 10-minute wait times to queue DPS, and so I stopped playing DPS, and now the game is just reliant on if your DPS is okay. Because before, if I'm playing healer and our killers can't kill, I'll just switch to DPS, and they'll either do better or they'll suck up their pride and play another character because they want to win. And so once they realize that I switch to Junkrat and I start dropping solo kills, they'll be like, okay, well, it's whatever. But now that can't happen. If my Cassidy is just bombing, we just lose the game because I can heal as much as I want. Tanks can block as much damage as they want. We can't outkill the guy on their team who's killing the shit out of us because our Cassidy can't hit a single shot. So it turned it into a game where you're completely reliant on if you have a DPS. And I will tell you, since its inception, we have been in a DPS drought. I have never had a good DPS person on my team. So that happens. And then, but something that was fun to do still in that new playstyle is we would have a group of 4. It'd be me, my fiance, her brother, and another friend of mine, my gamer friend, Magic. And we'd do 2 tank, 2 heals, and it would feel good because, like, we would get all these, like, non-DPS systems going where I'd say, dude, I'll play Anna, you play Rhine, you play Moira. Moira heals everyone. I'm only healing Rhine because we need to supplement our kills through him, and I'm only nanoing you. And we would win games that way by, like, just counting out our DPS because we know they're not going to be doing enough. They play stupid, right? And say, you could shield us. We can stand behind your shield and get protection from you. But I'll just, like, tell you, like, charge now, I have nano. You know, swing now, I have nano. Backpedal, I'm about to hit you with a grenade. Like, we're on it. It's super fun to figure out these things. Oh, let's play Lucio and Brig together. This will be fun. Like, and we had this, like, systems going, and it would be fun. We would lose games still, but it would be fun to, like, play with my people in that scenario. There's, like, often times where, now this is what's lost in Overwatch 2, all the utility is gone. There would be times where I would charge the point as Rhine. I wouldn't get any kills, but you push them away, and I would literally hold my shield with a back to the wall, so they would have to destroy my entire shield of 1,600 damage before they can get me, and it would buy me just enough time that my team would be able to get to point, so I can stall just for them to get there.
Yeah.
That does not exist anymore. 1 tank meta, there's 10... It's 1 tank, 2 DPS, 2 healers, so obviously extremely more damage-based. There's 3 tanks. They took Orisa's shield away in a rework. So there's 3 tanks out of 10 that have a shield. I played for an hour and a half in the beta, and not a single person picked Reinhardt.
Wow.
So I had a Sigma on my team a couple times, and that's it. So I just mostly did not have a shield. The character that they added, Junker Queen, that's like a new tank, is completely aggro. First of all, they switched Doomfist to be a tank now.
Interesting.
So he does less damage, but he like
assassin
just builds
before?
shields. He has like an ability where he crosses his arms and just like absorbs damage, but you can't like tell that it's happening. It's not like Sigma where he puts his hand out and there's like a gravity flux there and you can completely tell. He just crosses his arms. And it's not like he blocks enough damage where he can like block for the team behind him. It's just the size of his body, which is very tiny. So he's not helping anyone by doing that because you can just shoot the guy to the net left of him because he's not a shield. You can't block anything. And then Junker Queen that they added is the same thing. She has a skill that's completely unique to her where she does inflicts like a wound on someone with her axe abilities, and if they're wounded, she recovers that health or something like that. She like drains your health basically. Okay. And then she has like a hook like Roadhog. She can hook you. She has an anti-grenade as like Anna. And she's extremely damage-based, and then, like, she does damage to you while you're antied, and she's draining your health, and she gets it back. She's the only character in the game that has a health steal function like that, like the way that the wound works, where she wounds you, and as it's happening, she gets it back. It's weird. So, I don't know how she's supposed to protect you. Like, she's, like, the way Roadhog was everyone hated having Roadhog on your team, because the way he tanked was he just ate damage and healed himself through it. That was it. His version of tanking was he could get a pick here and there on squishies, but he would just eat damage. Again, he's not helping a team. You still need a shield during that because he was not able to block damage for several people. And now in your backline, your healers are at risk. Well, now it's even worse. I can't play Anna. They just dive me as tanks. She is like a super fast and Sojourn, the DPS they added has a slide move where she like slides as her LB to move real fast, and if you jump out of it, you jump as high as like Batiste's on his jump, the healer. So like they just bastardize his maneuver. She's extremely fast, pretty high damaging, and you don't have a shield to hide behind. So I played it. And that's another problem. I queued the first 6 games. I queued flex, and I got healer every game, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I check afterwards, and tank has an over 10-minute queue time, and DPS has a 10-minute queue time estimated. So I was like, okay, it's not fun to play healer because no one wants to play healers because there's no new healers added, and all the new characters that are added in the other roles. And also, it's extremely deathmatch oriented now where you just get as many kills as you can. I remember like my first game, someone dropped like 50 kills. I don't know if I've ever seen someone get to 50 kills in like a quick play match in Overwatch in the history of it. I'm not joking.
Yeah.
It does not go up that high because there's like damage mitigation. So without shields, you just get mopped. Like I did not want to play healer. I was like, no one can protect me. First of all, it's already a stigma from Overwatch where your team doesn't protect you as a healer. They don't care. They blame you when they're dying, but they don't care when their Reaper dives you backline and kills you. But now they have more options to dive you backline because there's no shield to get around. They're not taking damage and not returning it.
Yeah.
So they just jump past your not shield, who's also just fighting somewhere else because they have a bunch of attack abilities, kill you in the back line, and it felt like complete dog shit, and I just sat there and hoped we would win, but I have no control over it. And then in the stat sheet, they have kills, deaths, and assists listed, damage done, healing done, no objective time, no objective kills. So I'd be sitting on the point, literally, I was on Route 66, a map that's just completely the same exact as the other one, and my entire other 4 members of my team rushed up to go past like the first checkpoint, and I literally just sat on the point by myself for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Like they don't want to push it, but I'm also not getting credit for this. So it just looks like I'm not, like my healing is not going up because no one's near me. It looks like I'm not doing anything for my team. They get mopped in the front line because they're down a healer, and then they come and kill me off the point, and it looked like I did absolutely nothing for my team.
Yeah, but you were the only one on the point.
I was the only one moving the point, which is the only way we win.
Yeah.
So it's fundamentally like I played for an hour and a half, and I was like, I'll never play this game. I like had a little bit of hope for it. I don't want to play 5-on-5. It's all the problems that you have from the original one are just exacerbated by getting rid of a tank. There's no shields.
Yeah.
It's a fucking nightmare. And then I was like, oh well, I'll just go back to play Overwatch 1. Well, you got till October.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
And then you're done. You can never play it again.
See, we could say it's just the beta for Overwatch 2, but here's my problem with that. Overwatch has made the wrong decision every decision since they've been making decisions.
It's open.
Yeah, it's open.
You can come in. Yeah, go ahead.
So the first thing they did was release the game, and that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have started with that. That was a terrible decision. And then their decisions to change the game severely, repeatedly afterward, like the several changes they made to Mercy, and it's like, okay, well,
yeah,
was that really a problem for every pub game had a Mercy, right?
No,
just pro games.
Well, I mean,
because I know at the pro scene, everyone had a Mercy.
I mean, no, that's the problem. Pro games do not reflect at all on what's happening in pub games. Even like who's big in the meta in pro games is completely different in base because they want to play. People play meta characters because they think they're good, but they're not good at them. Everyone's viable in non-things. So people that are really good in pro, like characters that are really good or legends that are good in pro level is good because the pros have such a high ceiling they can play them to their maximum.
Right.
But like I'm like if you like Anna is a huge pick in pros because she's like a hit scan healer who can do tons of healing output and anti-grenade the enemy team and put people to sleep if you're extremely accurate.
Yeah.
An extremely accurate healer. But there aren't any in regular play. Even in ranked, there's no talented Annas. I've never seen one. So like it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, well that's my point because they changed it based on the pro scene. And actually their first decision was we're going to make this an esports game.
They
and that was
announced
before
that
release.
before the game was released, they announced it was going to be
their
an
first bad decision.
Mm-hmm.
It was before the game came out. They said, we're going to be an esports game, and they had all these plans. And I used to watch Apex. I know Apex Legends is a game now, but back then it wasn't. There was a tournament series called Apex in South Korea that played Overwatch, and all the best players were there, and none of them, well, like almost none of them went to Overwatch League afterward.
Yeah.
And they shut down Apex, which was a great league, to run Overwatch League, which was like filled with crisis actors.
Yeah, wasn't there a problem where they like there was like an uproar because they said that like Apex isn't allowed to run anymore, and they were like it was like a demand. They weren't saying
they
like
shut it down.
They shut down.
Yeah, Blizzard shut it down in
tournaments
favor of Overwatch League
because they forced a esports scene on it. And also they did it in a very weird way. You guys know the famous esports team, the Los Angeles Optic Gaming. No, it's not based in a fucking city the way they do the Overwatch League. We have Philadelphia fucking Fusion.
Yeah, everything
except for
they
they're
did
all
was stupid.
Korean and they don't live in Philadelphia.
It
doesn't matter at all.
It's irrelevant.
Like it's psychotic that they do that.
They wanted to imitate regular sports so bad, and it doesn't make any sense. Like it's so arrogant. You really think you're going to be like baseball? You're going to have a team in every city. No one cares about the Philadelphia Fusion.
No.
fuck off. And they never materialized.
Yeah.
Their league fell apart. No one gives a fuck about Overwatch League. It's a laughing stock. I've seen pros say they don't have the best players in Overwatch League because they don't let me play. Yeah. And they're right. The best players aren't in Overwatch League.
Yeah. I mean, and also, again, here's where Overwatch started to decline for me the most. I told you when they added role queue. So before they started implementing things into Overwatch League, and then they would do it in the regular game for everyone else. So the first thing they did was they started doing like hero pools where they would say, like, this week in Overwatch League, Hanzo, Widow, and Soldier are banned. Or like Hanzo, Mei, and Reinhardt are banned. You cannot choose them this week for Overwatch League, right? And they go, we're also having hero pools in ranked. But it was different characters. So I was like, why? What's the fucking point? So Hanzo, I'd be watching Overwatch League and Hanzo would be banned, but then my banned character would be, Hanzo, Mei, Reinhardt, and then my banned characters would be fucking Orisa, Widow, and Reaper. And I'm like, why does this matter?
How long would they be banned for?
Why would we have different banned characters for a week?
So would they have the next week's characters would be on the ban list for ranked? You know what I mean?
No,
so if games are on Saturday, from Monday to Friday, you have the banned characters for Saturday. So when you watch Overwatch League on Saturday, it's already rolled over.
Well, I don't. I think it was just like there was this different character lineup entirely.
Damn, that's stupid and
dumb. That. So yeah, it was like they'd have 3 characters in Overwatch League and then 3 completely different characters for ranked, and then next week it would roll over to 3 different ones and 3 also different from that. Again, so like, what's the point of mimicking it if it's going to do random characters? You're just saying, like, why they would do. It was interesting when they tried. What they're trying to do was, like, they would ban Pharah and then say, oh, okay, well, like, it's the hit scan week because, like, now Pharah, like, or, you know what I mean? Like, she can't challenge it with the projectiles or whatever. Like, Pharah's a cool character, but, like, whatever, she's banned or whatever. But then they'd ban, like, or they'd ban hit scans. They'd ban, like, oh, Cassidy, Soldier, Widow or something. Like, oh, now everyone's used Pharah this week because it's hard to challenge her.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Use Mei and Sniper with an Icicle? So that was, like, interesting because then all of a sudden you have people who never touched Pharah because she sucks in pro play.
There were a lot of one-trick ponies in pro play.
Yeah, and so they would just pick up Pharah and dominate because obviously hit scans is always going to be the best. And then, so that was, like, the first thing they did, and it was weird. It was like, well, if you're going to copy it, why not just do the same hero? Why do we have different heroes banned in our thing? I didn't ask for fucking hero bans. I don't want them.
Yeah,
what does it matter to me?
It's a sign of a very flawed game.
It was just
characters.
Hero bans in ranked where, like, it didn't matter. Well, it's not like I'm playing against a professional team who's like a Hanzo specialist and now they're at a disadvantage because they have to play someone else. It's just a bunch of fucking random dickheads. They cannot play any of those characters. It makes no sense why they're banning them at all on our thing, but they were trying to mimic it. And then the next step, the one that killed it, the GOATS meta happened, where a team called GOATS was running 3 tanks, 3 healers, and they were dominating people. And Overwatch League decided they didn't want this to happen because it was boring to watch, so they said you have to do 2-2-2. They said you're not allowed to do 3 tank, 3 healer anymore. You have to do 2 tank, 2 DPS, 2 healer. Because Overwatch has 20 fucking DPS out of 30 characters, and they go, oh, our DPS have to be on stage. You have to look at the cool characters. We don't want everyone seeing, we don't want to see, Winston, Ryan, Orisa, Lucio, Mercy, Anna. Like, we want to see some of our shooters in there doing cool stuff. And they didn't have to run that. They were dominating people without it, which is, again, just shows how flawed your game is that you don't need to play DPS.
Yeah.
And then,
fucked up.
But again, instead of letting it, like, the meta develop and people, like, overcoming it by playing, like, 4 DPS or something crazy and, like, no tank and just, like, bursting them down or something.
It would have eventually been overcome.
Something would have happened. But they said, nope, now we're doing 2-2-2. Oh, and by the way, ranked has to do this now too. So it was, like, I want to say it was ranked season, like, 18. Like, the game has been out for, like, 2.5 years, and they're like, by the way, there's roll queue now. Now, suddenly me, Junkrat main, who has 400-plus hours on him, like, I just have to wait in a 10-minute queue. I remember a time when I was queuing up with my buddy. We both were queuing DPS. We played 4 games of DPS ranked. It took an hour and a half because it took 15 minutes to queue each game. We won the first 3 and lost the last one, so we got 20 points, 20 points, 20 points, which is 60, minus 20 for the last loss. We got 40 points up on a 75% win rate, and it took an hour and a half. It is an unsustainable, impossible to enjoy DPS route. You can't even play it. You have to... like, what 75% win rate is astronomical. You should be skyrocketing through the ranks. You have 75% win rate. But we got 40 points. It's 500 points to rank up one rank. If we were to win at this exact same rank, it would take us, 10 10 times that, or more than that, 11, 12 times that to get the 500 points we need at a 75% win rate, 12 times an hour and a half. So you'd have to have a fucking 75% win rate for 15 hours.
So the problem is that there's no DPS in the pro play because they're too good and they found a great strategy. So they implement a change that results in playing DPS, the role they don't have in pro play that they want to encourage people to play, is a nightmare and takes forever.
Yeah. Well, now the problem is everyone wants to play DPS. No one wants to get locked into playing a tank because before, again, if you're playing Reinhardt, you could have another guy on your team just like you could just say, hey, you could have 3 DPS. You could have 3 tanks. It didn't matter. You would just switch it up. If I was doing bad as Reinhardt, I would just switch to Junkrat. And if I was doing bad there, I'd switch to healers. We'd switch to what we needed in the fly. And that was a cool part of the game. And they
the best part of the
changed
game.
it. So they said, like, yeah, now you're locked into a tank. So, again, I'm at the mercy of if my team is doing good in that role. So typically before, like, I'd be on comms. If my healer's doing dog shit, they're like not healing well enough, they're mercy, and I'd be like, hey, can you play tank? They'd say, yeah, I'm a good hog. I'd say, go hog, I'll go Moira. And I'd heal on my ass and we'd win the game. We could switch like that. But now they can't. Now I'm locked in. If I have bad healers, I just go, well, I'm dead. We just can't win this game because they don't heal. Moira is attacking. She's not. I used to have a 20-second clip. It was 20 seconds long. I was on Anubis. I was Reinhardt. I literally had a Moira standing next to me. I was protecting her. My shield, the entire clip, my shield is up. I pin someone off the point, backpedal, walk to the point, my shield up the entire time, protect her until my shield breaks and I die. And this takes 20, 25 seconds. In this time, she threw 2 damage balls and did not heal me the entire time. Literally, I'm spamming I need heals. I'm at 200 HP. It's just the 2 of us on point. She does not heal a single time.
Wow.
And there's no penalty for that. So I said a person that doesn't want to heal. She could have kept me alive till our team got back. I could have just swung on people, but I didn't have that opportunity. I said I'd wait until my shield broke.
Yeah.
So I'm at the mercy of 4 other people on my team instead of being like, oh, I can just go healer, and then once they see that I'm maybe it even works if you have 3 healers. Like, there's so many different things that can happen there. But I don't feel like I'm stuck just holding my shield up as a Reinhardt until we die over and over again.
Yeah, they fucked up. That's
that was
another
horrible.
Terrible. That was one of the worst decisions ever because you have years of experience in Overwatch. You love the game, but I only played during the Overwatch 1 beta, and I didn't get the game, not because I didn't like it. I thought it was super fun, but I didn't want to have teammates.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I can't play this. I'm just going to blame my teammates, even though I'm probably going to be bad. And I'm going to blame them, even if I suck.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, my teammates are terrible. So I never really played it, but it was super fun. And the funnest thing about it was you could switch to whatever character, like whenever the fuck you wanted.
Yeah.
In the middle of the match, 100 times in a row if you wanted. You could do whatever you wanted. And they just got rid of that entirely.
The entire game was counter pick based, and then they switched it. And then another problem is they changed too much. In the beginning of the game, Mercy's ultimate was team res. She can res any amount of people within a radius with her ultimate, one press. And there's a bunch of cool clips online of her getting like a 5-man res. Like, they'd hit a diva bomb. She'd wait, fly in at the last second, hit a res her whole team. It was cool. It went that way for several seasons, and then they decided to get rid of it. They got rid of res altogether. She just didn't have it for a while. Now they've reinstituted it where it's an ability on like a 35-second cooldown or something. You can use it once and never. But it's like, to new people, it's like whatever, they don't care. But it's like, yeah, I used to be able to get like a triple res and save the day, and it felt great.
Yeah,
and it was really smart. And the counterplay is she can't do any damage. She's completely helpless. Just fucking kill her backline with a flanking DPS, and she won't be able to do that. It's not a smart play.
She's a pure healer.
If she's
filled
the
that role.
only one left alive, and she you don't want your team to die. Her ability is based on if your entire team is fucked up royally.
Yeah.
Like, if you're getting a 5-man res, it's like, well, just kill the Mercy. Right?
Yeah.
Then you won't have to deal with
You
this.
killed everybody else. You can kill the Mercy.
Exactly. So it's you're punished for letting her get it off. And again, it's hard. It's her ultimate. She gets it a couple times a game, so she will get a res or 2. But it's part of the counterplay. Be aware of it. Like, it's not like they like Bastion would just sit there and do 1 billion damage, right? And then they've been like, oh, this is too easy. Like, he never gets any changes.
I think the Resurrect was fine and never needed to be removed. They just needed. I don't know why they were so upset about it. It's like, yeah, of course it's going to be powerful. People are going to use it a lot.
Well, they did a bunch of weird changes in the beginning of the game.
They should have another character with a res.
Torbjorn would throw out armor packs as his ability, and you could pick up armor on the ground. And then they just got rid of that. You used to have to beat on your turret to level it up, and now it just and then it automatically leveled. And then they got rid of the level, and it just pops up and builds itself. And then you just throw it, and you don't. And his only other ability is he moves fast, and he gets partial shields for just himself. And his ultimate used to be different. Symmetra, her ultimate used to be she puts down a portal, and then they just made it an ability. Because you used to be able to portal across the whole map. The portal used to start and spawn. And when you dropped it, it was anywhere else. So if you had a smart Symmetra, you guys can get a really good ton of things. There's a ton of cool applications where you can get that. And they got rid of it. They said, nope, we don't want to do Portal anymore. They got rid of Portal. Now she just puts up a big shield. And first you could pick between the shield or a Portal. And then they got rid of Portal, made it a regular ability, and then you just put up a shield. And now she got a billion other fucking changes in Overwatch 2 where her turrets do more damage and they go out faster and her left and right click are slower and they do more damage and like all this shit. Like so many fucking tweaks. And Hanzo used to have Scatter Arrow. Now he has Storm Arrow. And all these characters are like fundamentally changed. And like so much so from what they were in the beginning that like I don't even remember. Like, Winston used to have, like, an 800 damage bubble, and now it's 600. And Reinhardt's shield used to be 2,000. Now it's 1,600. And all of them are low for some reason. And they change everyone nonstop, and it's just so stupid that they, like, it's not like these micro tweaks as they try and work out, like, an overpowered thing. None of it was really overpowered. The second somebody starts doing too well with one thing, they over-tweak it, and they come in and remove it from the fucking game.
Yeah, they
It's
make
insane.
drastic changes. It's like against everyone else, including people at Blizzard. Like, Blizzard makes StarCraft, and they don't make drastic changes.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they don't learn from that. People love the balance of StarCraft. They complain about it endlessly, but they still play it. People who love StarCraft still play it. But they've made huge changes. Roll queue alone just changes the fundamental thing about the game, which is great, which is you can just play anything.
Yeah.
It was so cool. No other game had that. Every other game is you play as your character. That's your character for the whole fucking round.
Yeah. And then, like, roll queue also ruined this thing because, like, you know, now I try and be, like, cool about it. But, like, you get a guy queuing 10 minutes for a DPS, right? And then he's like, well, I never get to play DPS, so I'll play whoever I want. And he just goes Widow, and he's dog shit, and we just lose a game because this guy never gets to play DPS, so he's supposed to have fun.
Yeah.
So it's like, now, and I can't really blame him because it's like he just wants to shoot people. Like, he queued for 10 minutes. He could play whoever he wants. He's garbage with his character, but he doesn't care about helping his team because it goes, oh, I waited 10 minutes. You guys waited 2 seconds. I'll play whoever I want, right?
Yeah.
So it intrinsically makes it like anti-team play because they don't care about you anymore. They go, I just want to shoot people. I had to wait fucking 10 minutes. I'm getting screwed over by Overwatch 2. I just want to play my DPS character and not have to wait 10 minutes. And then, well, like, there's no incentive for like tank and healer mains to play. They re-added an open queue and like a ranked open queue too, where you could go into a different ranked system where it's like classic Overwatch with open queue.
God.
But there's no incentive to play it because the people that are playing tank and healer now, that are tank and healer mains, will just play roll queue because they have dedicated DPS, and everyone that goes in the open queue wants to play DPS. That's why they go there. So you'll just have 4 or 5 DPS on a team. No, I'm not going into DPS and playing Mercy, or into open queue and playing Mercy. Why the fuck would I? I want to play DPS. I'm going into open queue because it doesn't take 10 minutes for me to play DPS.
Yeah.
That's the only reason you go. So it fundamentally doesn't work because roll queue is in there. It's so fucked. All this being said, I love Overwatch to death. I want to play it all the time. I love playing with my friends. It's super fun to get together a gang, like I was saying before, and just dog on people, have a good-ass time, roll over a team. I posted a clip the other day in my TikTok. I had a solo team kill with Junkrat. It was super fun. I had 5 HP when it happened. I was screaming. It was a blast. But it, like, very rarely happens. We've actually been, like, we make a joke when it happens so infrequently. We'll queue flex and get DPS, and we freak out and, like, make fun of our teammates because they didn't get it. I'm like, ooh, guess who got DPS, loser? Oh my god, I'm the chosen one. Like, we have a blast because, like, you never get flex DPS ever.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another thing. They added, this is such bullshit too. They added the priority tickets or whatever. They added a solution to a problem that they created in the game with another thing that doesn't work, where if you queue flex, if you lose the game, you get 2 tickets. If you win, you get 4. If you draw, you get 1 or something like that. You can max out at 40. And then 1 ticket is supposed to speed up your DPS queue time. But I've never seen it do anything. No, but then here's the other thing. It'll say, like, oh, time over 7 minutes or something like that. And then I'll queue with the ticket, and it'll take me 5 or something. It's like, okay, I guess that took me faster. How are they getting me into a match faster with this ticket is what I don't understand. How are they just flipping a switch? It does it. And I'll tell you right now, they could get you into matches faster because sometimes you'll join a game as DPS and you'll wait 10 minutes and then, like, someone on the other team will quit and you'll get immediately booted out, and they knew this was going to happen. And you'll go like, well, this fucking sucks. I just waited 10 minutes to have to queue 2 minutes again. And when you re-queue like that, it'll say, like, priority re-queue, and you get automatically, like, an up arrow, and I'll get a game in a minute flat. So they can put you in the game again fast. There are some behind-the-scenes things. They just choose not to somehow. I don't know why. I know there's obviously they can't get it every single game, but when they want to, they can somehow. There's a way to get me into a game.
Put you at the top of the list.
If they do, they do more imbalanced, or they shoot me back up to the top, or something like that. So, again, a solution that doesn't work to a problem that they created for no reason to mimic their own forced esports system that no one watches or cares about, that has no actual reflection on the standard player base.
Yeah, it's a tragedy.
Yeah.
Overwatch, I think, is one of the worst games of the modern era. They've done so many things wrong. Loot boxes are illegal in some countries in Europe, and they should be illegal in the United States.
Well, I've gotten an argument with people the other day that say this. They go, loot boxes aren't that bad. It's like fun to get it. And I go, shut the fuck up. Here's the thing that they do. It's awful. They'll have 2 weeks, right? Summer games or whatever. Let's do Halloween. They have Dr. Junkenstein's thing. It was like one of the first Halloween events they ever did when the game came out in like 2016, 2017. Dr. Junkenstein's thing. Maybe like 2-3 weeks they have the Halloween event. In those 3 weeks is the only time you can get the special Halloween skins out of a special Halloween loot box. Now the problem is you can only get it then. So next Halloween they add more skins, but the old skins are still in the Halloween skins available. So I have over 2,000 hours, probably close to 3,000 hours in the game. I love it. I played a lot. And I still have like season 1, season 2, or like the first ever like summer games like skins that I don't have because it's random. It's a loot box. And you also can't get them any other way than a loot box. So occasionally, recently they've been doing a thing where like on anniversary they'll unlock all the ones to buy with coins, but there is 100% like times where you'll be in a Halloween event and like, you know, Junkrat, Roadhog, and Moira will have skins that you can just unlock with your Overwatch coins or your credits or whatever they're called. But then like Ashe, Soldier, and Lucio will have Halloween skins that you can't. You have to get them out of a box. So again, I don't care about skins at all, but it's entirely predatory. At some point, I stopped caring about opening them whatsoever. I'll have over 100 loot boxes at any time. I have 100,000 Overwatch credits. I have nothing to spend them on. I don't want to buy skins. I don't give a shit. I want it to be the way that Fortnite is. If I see a cool skin that I like, I want to pay you $10 for it and then never pay you any money again. I already bought this game. I paid you $40 for the fucking game. I don't want to have to buy skins or whatever. So the problem again is, it's not related to gameplay. Shut the fuck up.
It's egregiously predatory, and their target audience, as it is for every video game, is children.
Well, the problem for me is, you know, there'll be like these balance patches, right? And there's all these things where we're going, well, they're really fucking up the game. But you know what runs on time every fucking time? The new skins always come out and the store is always available because they're dedicating resources to stealing money from you instead of putting time and care into their game. They're clearly not putting energy into their fucking esports system because they're just doing copy-paste bullshit and forcing it on us. But without fail, every season there's a new skin for Reinhardt. Oh, it's actually the same exact, you know, football skin as the other one, except for this one's green. You know, like skins are also like dog shit. None of them are actually any cool or good or like worthwhile. Again, I said this before, the perfect system is this, and they're going to make less money, but I champion a company that will make less money, but they do it in a cool way. And Fortnite obviously doesn't even make less money, but Fortnite, I've never ever purchased a skin. We got it when it came out. I've also played that a lot. The first time I ever did, they put Master Chief in it. I thought it was cool. There was a bundle for Master Chief skin, an emote, a backpack, and a pickaxe. It was $20. I bought it. It's the most money I've ever spent. I've never spent more than $20. I've never spent any money on Fortnite. $20 because I wanted that one I got. But again, they found something that works exactly for me. Like, I don't care. It's like, you know, Jonesy's the original one, and then they have fucking Wonder Woman skin. I don't give a shit, but I do care about Master Chief. I think it's funny to me to Gangnam Style with Master Chief on people. So I paid money for that. But Overwatch has literally not gotten a dime from me except for the game because they already took my money. Like,
you paid for a fucking game.
And I still would. If you had a cool Junkrat skin come out for $5 or whatever, I would just buy it. But they do this because they know they can fucking nickel and dime the money out of you, and they're going to have whales who want every single thing and spend as much possible money on the game. And so it's like, this is the principle behind it is they're saying, we don't care about making a good game or giving you cool things. We're doing this to siphon money out of you in the most egregious way possible.
Absolutely.
And that's why I hate it. It is a transgression against humanity. They're doing it They are doing it with the intention, and they know this, and everyone knows it too. They're doing it with the intention of getting as much fucking money out of you as possible.
Absolutely.
And what falls to the wayside? The fucking gameplay. The only thing I care about. God damn, do I want to send Anthrax to Blizzard offices right now? These bastards.
It's trash, dude. All the decisions they make, it seems to me like they released a game that wasn't fucking done, and they were like, oh, it's not that the game's not done, it's game's the service. We're not balancing on the fly and didn't fucking playtest anything, and that's why we have to make these drastic changes. It's that it's game's the service.
I don't even think they need
switch it up and get the game fresh for everybody all the time. It's like, no, you're not fucking done. That's why you had to start over with Overwatch 2.
Well, here's something that always bothered me too is, like, you need to make less changes, not more changes. But something like this has never been changed in the entirety of Overwatch, and I can't reconcile it worth a lick of dick. So I'm gonna name an ultimate, and I want you to tell me whose it is.
Okay.
It's a high damage wave of a transportable bomb. Whose DPS ultimate is that?
Junkrat?
No, I'm talking about D.Va.
Okay, yeah.
I was tricking you. D.Va's is far more powerful than Junkrat's. It does more damage. It cannot be destroyed. She can't get hurt when she does it. She gets 600 HP back from it. She can launch an enemy team and team wipe. Junkrat's, he's completely vulnerable while it's happening. It does less damage. He's like completely immobile. It can be destroyed. Why does D.Va have a stronger bomb ultimate than Junkrat? Why is no one talking about this but me? No one's ever said it. Think about it.
Cares.
D.Va's ultimate. Right. Why does D.Va have the best ultimate in the game? She's the best DPS ultimate of any DPS. Name a stronger DPS ultimate than D.Va's.
Yeah, you're right.
You can't. There's nothing better than that. It's completely without risk. You can launch it. You can just send it going. She pops out of it. It sends her back, right? You can send it into the enemy team. It goes so fucking far. You can't destroy it. You can't move it. Pair it with like an EMP and they're completely butt-fucked. You know, like a little bit of team play, and it's overpowered. You can accidentally get a huge one and send it into their back line. You could just fucking send a bomb at them. You don't have to drive it like Junkrat. Junkrat's has 100 HP. People accidentally destroy it with a fucking fire strike all the time. D.Va's, you can't. You can't do it. You can't destroy it. It blows up no matter what. You have to get behind cover or get behind shield. It forces you to make team play. And then she immediately gets 600 HP back. And the crazy thing about it is they also never took this out. A D.Va can just be like fighting on point, get to 0 health, and it like gives you that flash on screen where you're about to get kicked out of your mech. If you just spam ultimate before it kicks you out, you just get to use it. So you just get, like, very worst case scenario, it pops up and kills no one, and you just get free 600 health back because she climbs into a new mech when you remech.
Yeah.
Also, remech when it drops can kill people.
I didn't know that.
So I've seen D.Vas run at people on purpose afterwards and kill someone with a remech. I've been killed by remech, and it makes me want to kill my mom and dad. There's no reason why Junkrat should have a worse ultimate than D.Va.
It's true.
Why is her so powerful? And no one's ever touched this. No one cares.
Yeah,
They've never said, like, yeah, D.Va, maybe D.Va the tank shouldn't have a gigantic bomb. Why does she have it? What's Reinhardt's ultimate? He hits you with a hammer, it stuns you. You know how many times I've stunned an entire team? Everyone on my team's too dumb to follow it up, and they all just stand back up and kill me?
Every time.
It happens nonstop. Roadhogs is like it pushes them away. It's like a knockback ultimate. Arisa's is a supercharger. It's 100% utility. She drops a drum that people in range get amplified damage. It's like you just have to rely on your team being able to still hit shots. Like you could get 0 play out of that, even if you hit you could just all pump it into a double shield and do nothing. Completely counterable. But it's like strong with good team play because she's a tank and you build that stuff up. I mean, you look at everyone else. Sigma has the lift and slam. It does 50% of their max to them. So if you have a decent healer or a Lucio ult, that for some reason a Lucio ult that you can use midair, it lets you use it midair if you're caught in the Sigma ult. I don't know why.
That's dumb.
It completely cancels it.
Mistake.
Yeah. So, I mean, all of that stuff is like, you have, who else is another tank? Hamster Ball drops a bunch of mines, which are completely avoidable because that's a giant tell. But you could also just shoot them to destroy them. He's also a dog shit character. And so, like, all these characters have, like, utility, crowd control-based stuff that forces team play, requires team play to accelerate on. Like, you could sometimes just pop a Roadhog ult and get a couple kills. You push people off the map or get them against a wall.
And D.Va just buys you space for free.
D.Va just throws a bomb into their backline for free at no risk to herself, and she gets 600 HP mech back for it. And she's also just a strong character the way she is.
She can absorb projectiles.
She can absorb any projectile. She can absorb a fucking Junkrat mine. Like, it's insane. So I never understood the entire time why, like, I'm Junkrat. I'm completely immobile while I use his thing. They can destroy it. If someone, you could rip the tire, they can destroy it before I have physical control of it myself, and I get nothing. I just lose my entire ultimate. And there's nothing I can do about that. So it's like, it's so crazy. And you know what's even crazier? When it first came out, he used to be able to hurt himself with it.
Mm-hmm.
You could kill yourself with Junkrat's ultimate in the beginning. They patched that out, but so like, yeah, I mean, look at Pharah's. Like, you have to aim it. It shoots a bunch of things. You can mitigate with a bunch of things. And like Zenyatta's ultimate like heals like damage over time, but it's like 400 damage a second. So the Diva Bomb goes through that because it does one burst of damage. It's not damage over. It's not like Pharah's where you can cancel it out with Zen because it does each rocket does damage. It's one tick of damage at 900 damage or something insane. So it breaks everything. It's massively damaging. It's way too like. So when you look at this stuff, like they changed fucking Hanzo scatter arrow because it's too strong, and Diva's ult has been in the game the entire time. I don't know why no one has ever complained about it but me.
Yeah, it's a great
question.
question.
Why is it stronger than Junkrat's ultimate? It's the exact. It's a transportable bomb. It does more damage. You risk less, and you're a tank.
Yeah, the crazy thing, I don't even think of Diva as tank. I like think of her as like half fucking DPS.
Yeah.
I just thought she was kind of bruiser role.
And then, so here's something that I was talking about though, and I want to go back to talking about Overwatch 2. I was telling you this now. When you have a shield, I used to be able to cancel Soldier ult, part of a Cassidy ult, Widow as a character, just by standing there as Reinhardt with my shield up. And now, without a gigantic shield to protect your team, Widow goes bonkers, dude.
Yeah.
Soldier, the other day you were watching a clip, Soldier just gets free kills with his ultimate. He used to be able to, like, so easily to mitigate it, which I think is good because then it forces you again to make team play as a group and say, I'm not going to pop my Soldier ult until we kill their tank. Mm-hmm. But it's hard to kill the tank. You have to fight to do it. And you should get rewarded by focusing and doing that kill by getting more play with the Soldier ult. And it's still counterable if you're a good team and shit like that. But now you don't have to think about any of that at all. I have fucking Junker Queen who's diving the enemy team because her ultimate is like makes her fast and she throws a blade around or something and she antis them. So she's nowhere to be seen. I'm in the backline pushing the point by myself and the Soldier just brains me. Cassidy gets so much play. I'm just getting drilled by Cassidy's in the skull because there's no shield to protect me ever. And so it's just completely damage-based. It feels like a TDM, which I don't want to play. I don't want to get no credit for sitting on point by myself as a fucking weak-ass squishy healer. There's no benefit to playing them. You can't really kill as well because I'm not protected at all. There's no one protecting me. There's no fucking shields. They're not healing me. I have to heal myself.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare. I don't want to play it. All these DPS, all these hit scan characters are running wild. I don't understand how they didn't think this was going to be a problem.
They don't think.
They took away Orisa's shield. It is completely... I don't know if they're trying to push like a faster paced, like kill heavy meta.
Yeah, they really need that Overwatch League to pay off. They invested a lot of money in that shit and didn't make any of it back. They really do.
They're like, oh yeah, it's going to be DPS based. Fuck goats. You'll never use tanks or healers again. I don't want to do it. I'm not going to fucking sit stuck in the healer role because it's the only thing that queues under 2 minutes. Healing for a team that doesn't give a shit about me, pushing the point by myself, going off and having fun killing because they waited 10 minutes and they just want to kill. What fucking type of game is this? I don't want to play that. No one should.
Yeah.
It should not exist.
Yeah, fuck Overwatch.
They said, remember, like 5-on-5. It's fun. We like fun team play, right? Except for your role is completely unneeded and it's in a thankless position. And everything else is getting upgraded, doing more damage, being an attacker. And you have to do the same thing, and they will hate you for it, and you don't get credit for doing anything. I'm like, yeah, that's fun. That's a fun thing I like to do. Yeah, I like to say this all the time. Like, I used to love playing Mei and just getting utility. It's unquantifiable. It's intangible. You can't tell when I had a really good wall that blocked their entire team from coming up the main alley when they were trying to do a push, and I stopped a Reinhardt hammer, and we just got to stand on point for 10 seconds for free. Mm-hmm. You can't quantify that. But no one cares because no one will do that now because they can just play Widow and try and snipe you because you have no fucking shield. They're just going to headshot you over and over.
Yeah.
They completely got rid of any sort of utility characters. Bastion, they also changed he can move now while he's in a tank form. He has wheels. Bastion has wheels now. I forgot to tell you that.
Yeah, of course he does.
Why would he? Because they're making it a DPS game. It's just a fucking TDM. It's a team deathmatch game.
Yeah,
now.
They want more kills. They want it to be faster paced. The problem was when they had 3 tanks And so now then they forced you to have 2, and now they're forcing you to have only 1.
Yeah.
It's a very clear trend.
Yes.
They let people play whatever character they wanted, and was like, wait a second, I don't like the ones you're playing.
Yeah.
So you play what we want. Go fuck yourself. And now the game sucks.
So now, not only do you have the problem of like not being able to rely on your teams because they want to just kill instead of play like the objective, they said, actually, we like that. Go ahead, just kill and don't play the objective. And I'm like, oh, well, I have no incentive to play this.
Yeah.
I've had a game with Moira where I had all 5 gold medals in Overwatch 1 and we lost. Like, I do whatever. I had the most kills, most damage, most healing, most time on the objective, and the most kills on the objective. And we lost the game. I outplayed my entire team. And I was like, there's nothing else I could do for, like, that's just like, I don't want to play ranked. I can't carry these people.
Yeah.
I'm playing the helpful role. I'm healing more than my healer while also killing more than my DPS. Oh, and here's another problem that I brought up, and no one ever talks about this either. When you change the role queue then, right? So you're a tank main, you're a healer main, you're locked in that role. You like doing it. You're going so you want to help out. You also don't get, like, no one gives Ryan's credit when they have 24,000 damage blocked in a game, even though it's a fucking insane number and it's getting up there. But here's the thing. If I'm a Reinhardt and I have bronze or silver kills, right? This will happen routinely. Sometimes I'll have gold. But say I'm a Reinhardt, we'll say I have silver kills, right? This will happen nonstop. We'll be playing with our friends. I go, yeah, so we just lost. And we look at the kill feed, and I talk to the people that I know in the other roles. I go, yeah, I have silver kills as Reinhardt. It's for the game, quick play maybe, only one side of the thing, one side of the point. I go, yeah, it's 15 is silver kills. And I have 15,000 damage blocked, and I have gold objective time with several minutes. And then my other tank will go, yeah, well, I'm Arisa, and I have gold with 16 kills, and I have 10,000 damage blocked, and I have 2,000 damage amped. And my healers will go, yeah, well, obviously we're both healers and we have gold and silver. We have 10,000 healing each. And I have this many offensive assists as I have 25 offensive assists as Zenyatta. And we go, well, again, I outkilled my DPS. And you want to say, oh, well, it's a team game. Well, here's the problem. When you have to play tank, right, your job is to protect the other team and get a bunch of damage blocked. And that's good. You're doing your job there. Every kill that you get is just a boon. It's helpful. It's not your role.
Right.
Your role is to protect. And you do that. And like as Arisa, you damage amp and you halt and you do all these things. You're helping out in that way. You're blocking damage. So like, tons of damage. And then healers, your only job is to heal. Any kill you get is a boon. Any assist you get as Zenyatta is a boon to your team. Now, when you force this, what is the DPS role? Just get damage and kills. And the problem is where it used to be like, okay, well, if my tanks or my healers are playing bad, like maybe I blame them or whatever. Like when you're playing an open queue, it's like, oh, well, it's like you don't know the team comp. It's hard to get solo DPS kills because they have a weird team comp, right? That used to be able to say that. But now when it's forced, their team comp. So they're dealing with the exact same stuff that we are. So your DPS has to get kills. If your DPS is not balling out and just dropping kills and damage, they are worthless to me. It's their only role. Healers heal, tanks block damage, DPS fucking kills. So if I'm getting kills as a tank, and I'm getting assists and kills as a healer, and we're out killing you, then what? Why are you on our team?
Yeah.
You serve no purpose. They force it to be, I'm at the mercy of you. Can you get enough kills? And it's like, I can only do so much. I have more kills than you. I block thousands of damage. Our healers have thousands of heals done. I tell my teammates all the time, I say, if you do 1,000 healing and 1,000 damage per second, that's good. That's the rate we want to be at. We want per minute. I'm sorry, I said per second. 1,000 per minute. If we're in a 10-minute game and you get 10,000 healing, I'm proud of you. You hit a really good mark. And we'll routinely go over that. I've had almost double that as mercy. Like I've had 10-minute match, almost 20K, like huge, right? We go up big, And so I'm saying that's a good amount. That's our benchmark we set for ourselves. But so then I'm expecting the DPS to do that. If we're playing at that high of a level and you can't get kills with that, you're not going to really get kills like with worse players than us. So I'm just at the mercy of this guy because of the system they created. It's just not fun. I'm at the mercy of someone else getting to play a fun role.
Yeah.
I'm at the mercy of someone else getting to play the role that I want to play because I don't want to wait 10 fucking minutes to play a video game.
And here's the thing, that's not the video game that you paid for, because when you bought the game, you could have switched to any role you wanted.
I know. It's like false advertising. I should get a refund.
You really should. They've changed the game so much that it's no longer the game you paid for.
Yeah, it isn't. I can't play Junkrat anymore. I want to say when I was grinding this game like season 3 or 4. Now this is like anecdotal, or it's not completely verified, but there's an off Overwatch website called Overbuff that tracks your stats.
Right.
And in like season 3, 4, 5 in there, like season like 3 to 7, I was consistently so good stat-wise with Junkrat, kills, damage, all of that shit, kills with the tire, whatever, like the main kill stats, that there was a time during this where I was on Overbuff, Xbox, United States, whatever the fucking category it is for my tree bone, I was I wasn't the top 99 percentile. I was number 58 best stats for Junkrat. 58. Overall, that's it. 58. I'm saying, I don't know they don't tell you what the metric is. I'm saying perhaps it's Xbox United States. I don't know. Whatever the ranking category that showed me, it tells you now. I'm still routinely like, I can look at it now. I'll be 99 percentile for like Reinhardt for all his stats. My stats are higher than everyone else that they're tracking on their thing. I was 58 as Junkrat. I loved him. I was putting in so much. At the same time, I was like 600 with May. I was like putting in so much work, doing more damage than other people, getting more average kills, more kills per life, all that. Like my stats were insane. I was 58th on this fucking leaderboard. And then I just can't play him because I don't want to wait 10 to 15 minutes to play a fucking game. I had literally hundreds of hours with him, dude. I was diehard Junkrat.
Yeah,
I loved playing him.
I remember when Junkrat wasn't good. There was a lot of talk.
Yes.
People get mad at you if you pick Junkrat.
I would immediately get messages telling me to kill myself because I picked Junkrat and he was off meta during those seasons.
Yeah, and then they buffed him. They made it so like his shit didn't damage his own self
and they
anymore.
gave him another mine.
Yeah, and then everyone was picking him, and you were like, fuck, I can't play my favorite character anymore.
Well, yeah, now I used to like get to pick Junkrat wholesale. He was my character because no one would pick him because they thought he was bad, and I would just dog people, and then they made him better, and people would play him, and they were just worse than me. And now here's another problem. When I'm tank, I have no good DPS or no good healers. When I'm healer, I have no good DPS tank. And even if I do, in my mind, I'm just going, I'm better than you at your role.
Yeah.
I know I'm a better Junkrat. I know I'm a better healer. I know I'm a better tank. I have to just hope that you're as good as me. In quick play, I don't mind as much. We get on, we have fun, we do stupid bullshit, we say funny things, we crap in our opponent's diapers.
Right.
But like when I get in ranked, dude, I'm like, me and Magic Man used to write down what we would get every match. And look, and I'd say, we just like won that last game, and I got 23 SR on a win, and I had all high stats, and then we lose a game, and I had all gold stats, and I lose 25, and I'm like, I don't know why. I played the best on my team. Why am I losing more than I just gained? So you can go even and be negative on score because it doesn't tell you why there's a difference in points there.
Yeah.
And again, I'm at my rank. I never felt like I was ranked properly because, again, how can I be 58th best Junkrat via stats, and then I'm like 3,200 SR, and I can't rank up? Because
I've always hated the rankings.
It makes no fucking sense.
They've iterated on it multiple times. Another thing, they change repeatedly because they clearly have no idea what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
Just like their game balance decisions.
Yeah. There used to be, I remember the one time I got like a decent team and randomly, and I ranked up like 400 or 500 points in one night in like 6 hours. We were just winning. And you get a bonus for like winning on repeat. And I'm not sure if they changed this because they don't really communicate this stuff very well. You used to get it'd be 25, but by like 5 wins, you'd be getting 40. And by 10 wins, you'd be getting 80 points and shit like that. And it doesn't happen anymore. And I think it's because you have to do it in one role. So one time I played with my fiance Magic Man, and we got 13 wins in a row one night. We were balling out, and I was getting the same SR on our final win as for the first. And I think it was because I was queuing flex, and it was putting me between tank and healer. So I'm getting no value out of a 13-win streak.
Damn.
So like, there's just so many ways where it punishes you. If my teammates play bad, we lose, and I lose SR. If I play out of my mind if we're all evenly matched and I'm balling out and we just have like a one character difference, like our character on our team is like one of them is a little bit worse than their worst player, we lose and I lose SR. So I just am constantly losing for the play of 5 other people, and I'm getting no benefit for playing really, really well. They just don't reward that at all.
Yeah.
The rank system is fucked.
Yeah, it always has been. They've always had a terrible rank.
So then I give up on rank and I go play quick play, and it's like, well, I still have to, like, quick play still has a DPS queue, and I still have to wait 10 minutes to play DPS. So now I'm forced to play fucking tank in DPS queue, or in quick play, and so then we just do dumb shit where we just, like, my brother-in-law will play ball, and he said, "I'm playing no ball." He'll do a lot, which is fun. He won't go into ball. He plays no ball because we need to challenge ourselves to do something because we want to have fun with the game. And it's not fun inherently because we are at the mercy of our DPS. And we go, let's just at least have some fun. Let's squeeze some fucking fun out of this because it's not giving it to us on its own.
Yeah.
Unless our teammates are balling out on DPS, like we're usually going to end up as tanks with the highest kill medal. And again, like sometimes we've had, like at the end, the game will end and we lose. I'm like, damn, we really tried our best. And like, I'll be Ryan. I go, yeah, I'd go kills. And our Moira, one of our team will go, yeah, I have silver. And then our tank will go, yeah, and I have bronze. So our DPS didn't medal.
Holy shit.
They should be kicked out of the game. If you don't medal, like, you don't get to play DPS. It's your only role.
You should get your money back.
You should get, I'm not joking. You should get, if you do not medal as DPS, it's your only role.
Yeah, it's all you have to do.
It's your only thing. You're supposed to be killing. If you can't get kills, if you don't medal on your own team, if you're not top 3 in kills in your own team as DPS, you should be banned from playing it. I'm not joking. Why? I'm at the mercy of you who can't get kills in the kill roll. And it's because the characters are so diverse. You know what's happened? You know what also, when I queued Overwatch 2 like 6 games, I had a Sombra like 4 times, which is, I fucking hate Sombra because, again, it's a character that is super good in competitive or in pro play because you can do all these pro strats where you hack people and you EMP people and you do all this crazy stuff. But I just have Sombras that get a hack and then nothing happens and they just lose. So the utility of Sombra is just impossible to do on like ranked or even on quick play because they just play for fun again, the same way the other players just play for fun, and you can't blame them. But then they hack someone, they die in the back line. We're just down DPS because she's not like a high damage character. She's like a utility DPS the same way Mei is, but she's also very hard to use that way. So you just get punished for them. And then I had like 5 games like that where I just get one on my team, and we go up against a Widow, and it's not good for me. I just get my head shot off every time, and Sombra could do nothing about it. What happens when you hack a Widow? Nothing. She can still ADS. You can't stop her from looking down the barrel of her gun.
Yeah.
She can't use her mine, and she can't grapple away. She can still just shoot you.
Yeah.
So it's stupid. You don't win that fight, and you can't teach your team play, and it shouldn't be my job to have to fucking lose over and over again to try and teach them how to play the game. I'm not getting paid to be a fucking coach. I'm just trying to have fun. So it's like the beta of Overwatch 2 has been the death of Overwatch for me. I just don't want to play it anymore. I want to play Overwatch 1, but it's going to be gone soon, so what's the point? I guess I just ride into the sunset until October when I can't play it ever again for some reason. This game that I paid money for, I can no longer play.
Yeah, how about that for modern games?
Yeah.
You paid for a service, not for an actual
By
product.
the way, this is from the company that sexually molests all the women in their corporation. No one has done anything about it. You know what also is insane?
Riot Games?
Yeah, I guess they all do that. Well, you know what else is crazy? They changed like McCree's name to Cassidy. And I will constantly see, you want to talk about the vocal minority being crazy. I constantly see people on Twitter saying, I will never say Cassidy. I will only call him McCree. That's my dog.
What a fucking hill to
die on,
And I'm like,
dude, why are you like...
Who gives a shit?
Why are you going to bat for this? This is a very weird thing to have fucking conviction about.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
It's very strange.
Yeah. They go, yeah, dude. I'll never say McCree. I'm like, first of all, you're psychotic. He's literally, Jesse McCree is the name of the guy who was running the Cosby Suite for the people at Blizzard. He was running the fucking Cosby
Holy
Suite.
Shit.
You know about that?
Well, Cosby's not in prison.
They were calling it the Cosby Suite. They're like texts and stuff leaked. They were like, yeah, let's get some girls up here tonight and get them drunk, dude. We're going to fuck all these women.
Holy shit.
It was it was blatant. Nothing has happened. And I'm saying, it's obviously a completely hollow and fake gesture, but the gesture is there where they're saying we shouldn't say this guy's name anymore because he's a sexual abuser.
Yeah.
And people are saying, I don't care. He's just a video game character. If you're that dumb, you should be banned from existing. You should not be allowed to interact with people if you think that. It doesn't make any sense. You have no critical thinking.
Yeah, it's insane.
They've
made a lot of like PR things. Like that's one thing. And then I do want to bring this up in countries where they don't like gay people, there's no gay characters in Overwatch.
Yes. So they're completely pandering. So it's like, how people freak out. Oh, we have gay representation. Oh, my God, I love Tracer. She's gay. Oh, my God, I love Silver 76. He's gay. Well, they're actually not. Because in China, they say, they've never published that content because in China, they would ban your game. And guess what? We sell too much money there to make them gay because they don't want them to be gay. So they're not gay there.
Yep.
Which means they're not gay here because they're completely pandering to you for money.
Yeah, it's not. They don't actually give a shit about anything except money.
Yes,
it's the only thing they're doing.
Exactly. So that's why, like,
loot boxes are transgender.
Why have conviction? why have conviction for these? Like, imagine being. I like will go to bat for my friends in my real life. You will never catch me saying this video game character should keep the name of a sexual predator because that's what I like to call him.
Who gives a shit?
That's their excuse. That's what I like to call him. Don't you mean McCree, not Cassidy? No, I mean Cassidy, you fucking dickhead. What's wrong with you?
Yeah,
it's so
it's
insane.
like the least important thing. We
it's
can
like,
change it instantly.
So, they're completely hollow. They're devoid of any sort of moral compass. It's just a game company trying to make money. And they're not even making a good game. It's a fucking money farm.
And quite frankly, if they were really being, like, even just changing the name, like, that's a good thing to do, but it's not enough.
No.
Like, they had horrible things happen.
Yes.
At this company. They named somebody after this horrible piece of shit. Only when it became public that he was a horrible piece of shit did they change the guy's name. Yeah, it's not a... It was probably an open secret.
That's
like, when someone's
a
scumbag, you know.
Like, imagine... Dude, they were like taking women's breast milk out of the fucking fridges at work. They were like they were doing... Like, there was a girl who would, like, have to pump their breast milk at work and put it in a fridge, and the guys were, like, taking it.
That's insane.
Dude, it was a horrible environment. And so this guy who's running it, who's sexually harassing people every day, it's your boss, Jesse McCree, is also a beloved character in the game, and people are going to bat for him. Imagine going online and saying, "Hi, this is me. My name's Tommy. I love Jesse McCree. I know he's named after a whole..." Like, imagine they came out with a new character, like, "Yeah, this is Soldier 76's boyfriend, Jeffrey Dahmer." They'd be like, "Well, it's a different one. It's a different Dahmer. Don't worry about it. It's just the same name. Also, he's only gay in America because China would stop paying us. Sorry. I hope you guys like that. Are we pandering enough? He's gay. When it counts." Wink.
Man, Taiwan is a country. The Republic of China. Fuck the People's Republic of China.
That's what I mean. If they had a backbone, I would buy another copy of Overwatch flat out if they said, "Fuck China, Overwatch is gay." I'd be like, yes, I would buy another copy. You'll get my fucking support if you do some radical shit like that, but they don't. They'll do anything for money. They'll bend over and fucking take it from China. They'll say these characters are not gay because they don't want that. So it's like they're not actually, because Overwatch doesn't care about that. They care about how they can squeeze money out of you, and it's saying that Tracer has a girlfriend.
Yeah, in Afghanistan, Tracer not only isn't a lesbian, she's also not educated.
Yeah, in Afghanistan, Overwatch, she has a burqa on.
Yeah.
Right? Is that the right
and
country?
they keep her trapped in a room.
Yeah. You actually can't play Tracer in Afghanistan.
Yeah, she
I bet
can't,
you didn't
she
know
can't
that,
leave,
huh?
She can't leave the Star.
I bet you didn't know that. It's all male cast with turbans.
When Diva gets out of her mech, she gets arrested.
So, like, all of that aside, like, I honestly don't care about the social impacts of it. I assume that all companies are giant pieces of shit that are hosing for
it's
money.
just a fun aside.
But I will still pay you if it's a good game.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
honestly.
saying. I had no qualms about paying Fortnite. I have never had a problem playing that game. I'm sure it's rife with some of its own problems, but as a casual player just jumping in from time to time, it's a complete fucking blast, and they always are adding cool shit to it. And Overwatch is changing my favorite characters, making they want to be hyper competitive, and then they make the fucking tank stronger than the DPS that I like to play. They make it so you can't play DPS. They make it so you fucking only have one tank. They make it so you can't do this. Your favorite character's not gay. You can't do anything. It's fucking turning into a pile of shit. It started off high, I think. It started off pretty good. And imagine tanking a game that bad. Imagine coming out with a good game and just saying, like, yeah, guys, our 4-year plan for this game is to just drive it into the fucking ground.
Yeah. It's really incredible how many bad decisions they made in a row. Like, they didn't make any good decisions.
The problem is people are too dumb to stop playing the game, and they don't have any, like, self-control. So they can make a million more bad decisions, and people aren't going to drop playing the game until, honestly, if they haven't done it after the like sexual harassment fiasco, they're not going to stop.
Yeah.
And in fact, they're still going to bat for the characters' names. I had an argument with someone in my stream once, so they came in, and this was when this is like when what the fuck was it? Like Diablo 2 Resurrected was coming out, and you already knew about the thing. And I was like, the only way to hurt Blizzard for this, the only way is to stop buying their games. So, like, someone was arguing, saying, like, no, like, I still want to be able to play them. And I was like, too fucking bad. If you want to, like, give it to them, don't buy any of their games or any of their stuff. And you could be actively against them vocally, but you paid for it already. They already got your money. They don't give a shit beyond that. You've supported the cause already. So it's like, again, Overwatch 2 is free now, so the only way you're gonna be supporting them is through a battle pass. So I just won't play it because that's an extra way I can do it. Some people are reconciling. I've already had people say to me like, well, I won't have to pay for it voting with my wallet. I could pay for free, still enjoy the game, and I can have fun, but I won't pay them.
You're supporting it because
but I'm not gonna. Yeah,
it's a multiplayer game. Players are content for each other.
You're propagating.
So by
adding,
you're adding content to the game by playing it.
So that's the only way you could hurt it. You're supporting a system that's bad that way. You're supporting them, like, you're reinforcing them making bad games. I mean, look at fucking Diablo Immortals, man. Look at what they've done to my fucking franchise.
Here's the thing. If you want to have morals, you have to
done
sacrifice.
To my boy. Yeah.
If you want to have morals, you sometimes have to sacrifice. And I think not playing a video game is a pretty small fucking sacrifice.
It's the easiest sacrifice of all time. Well, here's the problem. What all the people that are vocal about are criminally online. And what, all of us, you get offline from time to time, and you're like, I love this. I love being offline, just hanging out with people, not being online. And you're like, and then you realize I could probably never go online again and be okay. But then people who are constantly online, they have to be online every day, and they have to be talking about Overwatch, and they have to follow 6 Overwatch fan pages to live. Those people are the ones that are fucking propagating these sexual behaviors. They're saying, I don't care that there's crunch in the industry. I don't care that women are getting taken advantage. I don't care that the leadership in this team is actually trying to get women drunk and fuck them at conventions. I don't care about any of that because I like to have fun playing the guy with they shoot the gun. I want to shoot the gun at the bad guys. This makes me have good time fun. I don't care about all that. And that's fine. Go ahead and not care about it. Except they're just going to keep releasing dog shit games, siphoning money out of you and molesting women. So, and you're part of the problem. Sorry. Drop that bomb on you. So I'm done. I mean, this is it. This is my nail in the coffin. I'm done with Overwatch. I'm not going to be playing anymore. I wanted to play Overwatch 2. They made a bad game. I was part of the people that I was like, I already bought the game. They had my money. I didn't know they were doing this shit at the time, but I mean, I'll probably just stop playing Blizzard games altogether. It's not like they're putting out good games anyway. Diablo Immortals is coming out. They have a horrible track record with Overwatch. They've burned a bridge with me. They should be mad. They should be mad that I'm gone. The guy that put 2,000 hours in the game doesn't want to play anymore. They should be mad about that, and they're not. So fuck you, Blizzard. You fucked up big time, you dumb pieces of shit.
Yeah, fuck you, Activision Blizzard.
If I see you IRL and you tell me you work at Activision Blizzard, I'm clotheslining your shit. So get ready, dude. Start doing neck exercises.
You better be ready.
I'm putting you in the fucking dirt, dude. I'm gonna ride you like a fucking horse, dude. I'm gonna ride you hard and put you away wet. I'll tell you that right now. We're gonna be in the mud.
We got moldy.
Activision Blizzard, it's on site. You and me.
Hell yeah.
It's on site, dude. I want to get like big. I want this podcast to blow up. I want to get big as like a journalist in the scene. So I get like a press pass to E3, and I just start fucking cold cocking Activision Blizzard employees on the floor. And I could get in for free, and I just start beating the shit out of them. I go, this is activism. This is how you fucking do it. I go, I cosplay as McCree. And I just start raining down on him. I go, you created this. You did this. Where is he? Where's my namesake? And I'm just booting dudes in the face, like just hammering on them. I have an entire posse of people cosplaying as Overwatch characters protecting me as I run a train on the Activision Blizzard employees. They're releasing a Hello Kitty game, and I'm just it has nothing to do with Overwatch. I'm just beating the shit out of them. You did this. You deserve this. This is I'm karma. I'm justice. That's it, dude. That's how you got it. That's what you got to do. There's no other way around it.
Yeah, we need to get ISIS to attack the headquarters.
I'm in ISIS. I forgot to mention that. I know a guy
in ISIS, so I can ask.
I forgot to mention I'm in ISIS, by the way. But no, I mean, at the end of the day, Overwatch 2 is bad. We shouldn't reward them for the things. People, please have some conviction. Don't play it.
Yeah.
Take my fucking word for it. I have integrity. I'm trustworthy. I've never steered you wrong. I never have, ever. Do not play Overwatch 2, please, for the sake of gaming. Don't fucking do it.
Yeah, Overwatch is a terrible mistake.
Strike with me. Strike with me.
It's a piece of garbage.
We're doing it right now. This is the fucking Treebone special. I will not be playing Overwatch 2 ever again. I will not touch it for a second. And I will shame people for doing it. I don't want to. I do not want to be associated with that company anymore. So I'm not doing it, and that's my stand. And I'll go online vehemently and say and tear down supporters of it and saying they're part of the problem. You can't. If you want to help, if you want to be an ally, if you want to tear down all this fucking shit, and I'm saying if you want to be ally, I don't care about the sexual harassment. If you want to be an ally for if you want to be an ally for good video games, stop playing it.
If you don't want it to be political, just do it for the quality of gaming.
Yes, you gotta do it so that they'll start making good games. Because if you're not playing it, they're not making money. If they're not making money, they're not putting that out.
Yeah, be against Blizzard. Don't play Overwatch 2.
Yeah. For whatever reason.
Yeah, fuck them.
Fuck them, dude.
They're child molesters. They encourage children to gamble.
Mm-hmm. They're gambling
sexual
degenerates.
assaulters.
They make all their CEO gets paid $20 million a year off your back because you're just trying to fucking game. Don't let them do it. Take the goddamn power back, dude.
Yeah, their CEO sits on a throne of skulls in hell.
Yeah,
they're the goddamn devil.
Bobby
company.
Kodak's a piece of shit. Jesse McCree's a piece of shit. All the higher ups at Activision Blizzard, I'm coming for your ass. That's all I gotta say.
Hell yeah.
So that's that on that. What's a game we should play? Is Paladins any good?
I don't know.
Does anyone play Paladins? No? It's like an Overwatch knockoff. Maybe we should start playing Paladins. Reward them for... They probably fucking... You heard all right things? I think that they should... I mean, it's probably... here's the problem now is, again, like you said, Riot has allegations. All these big-name people have allegations. Only, like, indie platforms made by, like, several people don't have massive allegations against them because they're all giant companies with hedge fund managers. They're just trying to fucking nickel and dime every single penny out of you possible. So probably don't play any of them. I'll check out Paladins maybe, but I guarantee you, let me look it up. They probably have controversy. Let's see if Paladins has controversy.
Yeah, they probably have
start
something.
Playing them.
They probably sucked cocks in hell or
I'm just
something.
going to type Paladins game controversy and see if we get any results. It'd be so funny, dude. I can't even play it probably. Oh, you know what else was stupid? I forgot to mention. They didn't add... Oh, God. They didn't add... I'm going to throw up. They didn't add crossplay to Overwatch for like 5 years. Oh, they have a loot box thing. Oh, it's
yeah,
is it
I recall
Hi-Res
that.
Studios? Don't they make like...
Yeah, it is high-res. They make Smite, don't they?
Yeah. I get so that the people are upset that they have loot boxes, but I don't think that they're doing... Maybe, I don't know. They'll remove controversial cards, Unbound feature.
Loot boxes are fucked up. They're really, like, getting kids hooked on, like, the gambling.
Yeah.
It's like a serotonin response. It's like you can legit hook kids on that shit.
Yeah, while we're on that topic, fuck XQC. You know what's funny, too? Remember when XQC got kicked out of Overwatch League because he said the F slur on Twitch?
I wasn't aware of this.
You didn't know that?
Okay.
Oh, XQC, the biggest Twitch gamer right now, used to be in Overwatch League as a Winston main. He was very talented, and they kicked him out of Overwatch League when it first started. This was only like 5 years ago because he had a popular video at the time of him streaming on his own platform saying the F slur. Everyone forgave him for it, and then he fucking blew up. He was way more popular being a non-Overwatch League streamer.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Look it up. He said it. I don't know why people forgave him about this. I thought he was like done because I was super into Overwatch at the time. I thought XQC was done because of this. He said the F slur like big time on the thing. Same way like PewDiePie say the N-word or whatever, they just snap. You know he says it every single fucking day if he's saying it live on stream. He said the damn F slur, bro, and everyone's like, "Oops, sorry, you're good at games, we forgive you." So if you watch XQC, fuck you too. You're also a bitch. I can't find any controversy with Paladins besides right off the rip besides the loot box system, which as of 2018 says that they removed it. So apparently they got owned and they got rid of it. Oh wait. Paladins controversy prompts renewed scrutiny of a deal. I don't think this is for the video game. This is for a detention center. There's a different Paladins. So that's it. I mean, I guess maybe I'll try Paladins. That's the thing. We'll see. I mean, who cares? It's probably going to have the same problems as Overwatch. I need a new game to play with my friends that's fun. You can just group up with your friends and have a good-ass time. I guess it's Fortnite. I can't believe it. I guess Fortnite wins again. All hail Fortnite! You got anything else?
Shout out to Frost Giant Studios. They have a bunch of ex-Blizzard people. They're making a new RTS. I think it's called Stormgate.
Oh, okay. Cool. We'll check that out, too. Say something in the mic.
Hello.
Okay, I was just checking your levels. We're an hour in. All right. Fortnite wins. Blizzard loses. Fortnite rules. Blizzard drools, dude.
Hell yeah.
Fuck you.